Tonight, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's Week 3 of the NFL preseason on EA Sports.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. Flushed out right. He'll run it. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Fitzpatrick finding his tight end, Gesicki. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Fitzpatrick throwing complete and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. From the red zone now, Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 20.
Stafford and the Lions now have it first and 10 at their own 24. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. His throw incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And that'll bring up second down.
Marvin Jones on the coverage.
To throw again. Stafford. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against, but you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. But I believe the line was there to recover it. Yes, they will indeed keep possession. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
And it's third down.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up fourth down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a fourth down.
It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting him to shreds.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Oh, he nearly picked it. Maybe daylight in front of him if he could have held on. Instead, second down.
Coverage defensively by Jeff Okuda.
On play action, Fitzpatrick. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Deron Harmon right there on the coverage. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
And 10.
From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. And it's caught by Parker. There he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, 63 yards. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Kerryon Johnson, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. And just 1 tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Lions, nothing.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 at a Dolphin 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Gesicki ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in the end zone, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Here comes Grant on the return. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Out comes the Miami offense once again, and their running back, Jordan Howard. He only has a single solo carry, 1. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Devontae Parker ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Back onto the field comes the offense. Let's take a closer look at Kerryon Johnson. You can count his carries on 1 finger. They've only given him the rock 1 time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. But they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
It's 2nd down.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Lions.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Looking left sideline, incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. Pass from Stafford, caught by Amendola. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Gain of 12. First down, Detroit.
From the red zone now, Stafford. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Again, it's Stafford. This will be caught at about the 5. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll run it with Johnson. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
2-yard line.
Looking for Hawkinson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get 1, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 30.
Getting set to go again on offense. Here's Devontae Parker now. He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number 1.
And we've never met a team that doesn't talk about getting off to a fast start and featuring guys that they want to have the ball early. We're seeing both of those come into play here. Off to an incredible start. Got their feature guy going, and now everyone else should have opportunities.
Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Coverage defensively by Jeff Okuda.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
56, the mark, boy. 56. Check 56. You got 5 over here? Check. Kill.
Throwing again. Fitzpatrick. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, and it'll bring up 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. This time they stay on the ground. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. We have hit halftime. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Lions 7.
Our starters likely to be out there for the 3rd quarter as we get back underway in this second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. But that one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their check.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Gaffin touchdown. Matt Breida taking it in. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Well, Brandon, he just followed his nose, and his nose took him to the end zone. But how about the big guys up front? Give him at least a stalemate in order to find that space.
Yeah, the O-line won the battle in the trenches there, didn't they? The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up!
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Throwing on third down, Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 15-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull.
And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker there to make the grab. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Take over 1st and 10.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
Aaron Jones on the coverage.
To throw again. Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Fitzpatrick on 1st down, escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick going deep here for Parker. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, 75 yards. offense just continue to pour it on.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Danny Amendola on the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 24.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he's taken down inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Out of the gun, Daniel. Throw left side complete. That's James. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And throwing on third down, Daniel. Little short pass to James, and he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their own 24. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show.
That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Come on, dog!
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Allen Hurns there to make the grab. And this offense is running away with this one. There was a lot of zip on that pass. Some baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Jason Sanders for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more.
Lions 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Third down.
Daniel going to throw on 3rd and 1. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded at the 20. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10.
Right at the 30. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Right there by Matt Breida. He spent the early part of his career in San Francisco sharing the backfield and sharing the ball. What you really want with him, open space and make sure he's touching it, because he can take it from 0 to the end zone in a very short amount of time.
You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
That one good for 26 and a first down. Here's Tua. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
A quick throw there out to Williams. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage. And
he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
That one looks like he'll throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Preston Williams, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Tua sets up to pass it. And that will be incomplete. Hey, a sidebar worth noting is that preseason cuts have changed. So week 3 that we're in right now, the preseason, I think, what did you say, the roster's going to stay at 90 instead of going down to 75 this year?
That's exactly right, Brandon, because in the past, just what you said, this game here, at the end of week 3, or game 3, you would cut the roster down to 75 and play game 4 just like that. In this case now, though, they're going to be able to keep guys all the way through. So guys who would normally not have a chance to finish out the preseason, they'll get that chance now and get more opportunities to get on tape.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over.
They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
And Detroit getting set to go now. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because Victor...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the beginning.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more... You have an injury from the last game. See how long they'll be out. Use your practice squad to develop younger players that could eventually easily see. Here are some recommendations to get you started.
Tonight, from the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans, it's Week 4 of the NFL preseason on EA Sports.
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. Tonight, the preseason draws to a close with a good matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the New Orleans Saints. Here's the punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dolphins now taking the field, led by the 5th overall pick back in April out of Alabama, quarterback Tua Tagovailoa.
And absolutely love this young man coming out of the University of Alabama because of what he did for the Crimson Tide. His last year there, 33 touchdowns, just 3 interceptions before the hip injury suffered in the middle of November. They want him healthy, obviously, because if so, one of the most accurate throwers coming out of college football in the last 10 to 15 years. And the Dolphins, they haven't taken a quarterback in the top 5 since a guy named Bob Greasy, now a Pro Football Hall of Famer. They took him back in 1967.
Tua now on first down. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 34.
I think that typically we expect teams to save their home run plays for later in the game when they feel like they have an advantage over a defense. But in this case, they thought they had the advantage right away and took the shot on the first play of the game and completed it successfully.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cameron Jordan showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early 2nd and long. Now an open man, that's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, the underdog here is showing no fear. Great opening drive.
Now, we weren't in the locker room for the pregame speech, but I will guarantee you, somewhere along the way, the head coach said, let's just grab a big stick and smack them with it and let them know we're going to be here today. They may be the team that's supposed to be superior, but we're not backing down to anyone.
And on the road, no less, setting the tone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And right away, he'll look to throw. And right away, he lost the football. And the Dolphins have got it.
Christian Wilkins.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jordan Howard with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, if they're out there, we'll see if they can pick those things back up. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards, a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Returnable for Grant. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down.
Marcus Williams on the coverage.
From the gun, it's Tua. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And the Dolphin first down.
From midfield, here's Tua. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
42-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings
Tua to throw again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Incomplete. Janoris Jenkins on the coverage.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. He can run for it, and he will.
Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
With the score, Dolphins 14. Saints, nothing.
Now it's the backup Fitzpatrick. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's incomplete. took a shot, couldn't connect. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Incomplete.
Throwing again, Fitzpatrick. And now he's going to use his legs. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And he's got Rodgers.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
2nd and 10 at the 20.
To throw again, Fitzpatrick. That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down. Fitzpatrick again, rolling to his right. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
I'd have to say we're all a little bit surprised there because at his age, with his speed, or should I say lack thereof, the only rushing touchdowns I would expect are on quarterback sneaks. But here, he found all of his guys covered, and he said, why not? And by the way, if that doesn't fire up your team to see the veteran like that risking his body for the touchdown, I don't know what will.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action. Winston. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
47-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
Jameis to throw it. Going with a screen for Murray. Fighting his way through contact. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And if they're going to take it in for another touchdown like they did on their last drive, they're going to have to do it the hard way, starting at the 1.
And boy, is that a difficult position. Obviously, where they are on the field, they have to be careful with the football. But at the same time, they can't be so careful that they can't run their offense as well. Everyone's got to lock in this situation. No mistakes.
They'll roll him out right. He'll try and run it. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Miami.
From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Over 30 yards there. And 1st downs on 3 consecutive plays now. On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. Open man, it's Preston Williams. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, Fitzpatrick. He's going to take off with it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Preston Williams as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. 15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
Noah Igbinoghene that time up to make the play defensively.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Dolphins 28, Saints nothing.
The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
On 1st down, Murray. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. He was looking for Chester Rogers that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Fitzpatrick. And he can't find anywhere to go with he goes down. Alex Anzalone. Coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Loss of 7 on the sack.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Let's hope it's not anything that'll keep him out of the opener. We'll be right back. The kick by Sanders is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by the rookie Noah Igbenogany. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
We'll check on his status when we get back. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That is caught by Rodgers for a Miami touchdown.
Complete to Chester Rogers.
Chester Rogers, 40 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Dolphins offense cashes in with 6. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They'll get 34 yards there. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
He got 29 yards that time. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 4 yards. And the Saints able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability. So they get 1 score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter.
Saints 7.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
He was looking for the tight end, Adam Shaheen, that time. And that'll bring up second down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems...
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong, whatever you call. Start the regular season by selecting your meeting your season goal comes with higher rewards, but all This is the development trait. This is the abilities tab. Here you can see what